Welcome back, Tyreek, to our second session. How was your week?
It was good. How was yours?
It was good, thank you very much. First off, let me start off by going over our confidentiality. Just want to let you know that nothing we talk about will leave this room. It stays within these four walls. The only time I would breach that confidentiality is if I felt that you were going to be a danger to yourself or anyone else on the outside. That's the only time I would breach that
Makes sense.
confidentiality. Okay, so I always like to start off with an icebreaker um, so that we can get the session going and get you a little bit more relaxed. Today, I think what I want to do is ask you about your goals for your plans for the future. Tell me if let's say you finish school, everything's all done. What, and you got your dream, you went to your dream college, you finished college. What do you see? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Let's do that. Where do you see yourself in the next 10
Um, Maybe next year is hopefully maybe in my career, my dream career, or maybe even close to maybe working in the same area as my dream career.
years? What is your dream career?
Um, um, what dream career would probably be. Um, I mean, I don't know if this is career as much, but I mean to put it to a career, it'd probably be like traveling, a traveling nurse.
Hmm.
Like so I can more travel and help people and do that kind of sort of thing and meet new people, see new things, escape. That's about it.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. So why don't you tell me how you did with this assignment? But did it get turned in on time? Did you complete it? And the goals that we set up and put aside for you, did those work out or did they not? Or did you change something that
Um,
worked better for you?
I got the assignment in on time. I don't know how well I did on it, but confident in it. Um, I did change. I mean, I did listen to you about giving my phone to my parents, but I took it back probably within an hour. But I mean, I still got the assignment done, but I did take less time to. I did call out of work one day this week to focus more on my assignments and schoolwork. And my parents didn't need me as much this week, so maybe that's also a variable of why my assignment got turned in. Um, mm, and I didn't really tweak much of the goals besides the giving my phone away. But yeah.
Do you think this is something that will help you going forward with future assignments?
I would say so. Probably, I mean, but if I were like to move out when I go to college, probably it'd be more of my kind of will in doing and taking the time to doing my assignments and homework. So, yeah, I'd say it could help me because if I were to do this and just like kind of think back to say I move forward or whatever, say I think back to the time I was struggling in high school, I'd say that I could take the time to actually like focus and think of new possibilities or ways to focus on my work in college because in college it doesn't get no harder. I mean, it doesn't get any easier. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, what I hear you saying is that it would be a lot easier for you to focus on homework assignments and stay organized and attain your goals if maybe you weren't living at home under your parents' roof.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying in general, of college, you move out, you move on. So if that were to happen, I'd have to take more responsibility for myself.
So do you feel that the college life would be a lot more simple to navigate through opposed to high school?
No, I would say that high school's high school's way more. Um, what's the word? I mean, the college is actually it's independent. Like you gotta do everything yourself, find your class yourself, take schedule your classes, make sure your classes are scheduled properly so where you have time to do other things like work and your extracurriculars and stuff like that. But high school is babied. It's more babied, but depending on like what you're into at in high school, I would say.
So college, you have to do it. There's like no choices. Work has to get done. There's no one telling you do this, do that, do this, do that. So you have to be accountable.
Right.
So being accountability is what would help you stay organized and focused. Is what I under is what
Right.
I, oh, okay. Okay, good, 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 good. So do you have any other goals that you can think of? Do you have any other assignments that are coming up, major assignments that are coming up that are due within the next week or so?
A couple.
Okay. And have you planned out how you're going to get those done? Are you going to take the same steps that we did in this process, or do you feel like there might be something else that you can do differently this time around?
Mm, um, I'd probably take the same steps, but if not, challenge myself even more.
Mhm.
Probably like go to the library or something and stay there till I get something actually done. And maybe a study group or maybe not because they might just distract me depending on who my group is. But that's probably the only goals I could think of.
Okay. Yeah. What assignment do you have coming up?
This history paper,
Mhm.
yeah, has to be who, what, when, where, why,
Okay. Okay.
and we we chose our own little historical figure.
Mhm.
So we chose a historical figure. Well, it was kind of random. We put it out of a thing, but yeah, I got I forgot what his name was, but it was about one of the heads of this. I'm not sure if it was China or Japanese, but
Mhm.
it was like the Nanjing massacre.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And yeah, so we had to figure out whether this guy was guilty or not. And it was kind of hard to pin him for the guilt because the only evidence of him connected to the massacre was was there's a secret rumored message that he said to kill everyone. But yeah,
Mhm. Sounds really interesting.
yeah, it was kind of hard,
Mhm.
and we just had to convince people that he was guilty of it. And if we couldn't, then we failed. Well, then we failed.
You feel so that's the assignment. You have to convince everyone
That he's guilty.
that is guilty. Okay, so you have your work cut out for you.
Yeah, a lot of research.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Have you started any of your research?
A little bit, but I'll probably dig in harder when it gets. Well, I probably should dig in harder now because
Mhm.
that sounds like a tough project.
Right, 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 right. Okay, so for this we'll have one more session after this, and we'll be able to tie everything together, and we'll have you set for the rest of your school year, and hopefully with some tools under your belt that will help you through your final senior year, and hopefully some things that you can take with you starting in college in the fall. Have you chosen a college yet?
Not yet. Still
Not yet.
searching on
Okay.
my dream school.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I'm hoping that these sessions on getting you back on track and organized, and so that you're not missing assignments and that you do graduate on time, you don't have any issues at the end. I do hope these things work for you. So we do have one more session. So I'm going to give you a homework assignment this week. And what I need for you to do in this assignment is I need you to journal. I need you to start a goal journal. And it has to be 2 pages. And on the first page, I need you to list 10 goals. And then on the next page, I need you to write how you're going to attain those goals. What are your steps to attain those goals? And I also got you a little journal book that you can start in. And I want you to bring it back on next week and you tell me what you wrote in that journal. How's that sound?
Doable.
All right, all right. Well, there you go. So you'll have that, and then on next week we'll sit back and we'll discuss how that worked out for you. So what I also wanted to go over this week was, okay, so actually what I want us to do before you leave is let's start on the first 5 goals here. We can do that.
Mm,
What do you think? Let's start with your first goal. What would you write?
my first goal um, would probably be to organize my week and see what I need to get done.
Okay, go ahead and write that down. All right. And what would that week look like?
Um, well, it is senior week, so I'll be very chaotic.
Hmm. Hmm.
A lot of things going on, extracurriculars, but I know, well, I do know, but not really willingly know. I need to focus on my senior stuff
Hmm.
before I can actually focus on the senior fund.
Okay. Okay.
So
Um,
organizing it by like time, dates, and stuff like that,
mhm,
where I can get in and work and stuff.
okay. So you would probably start out with first like a daily goal instead of weekly. Something just sort your day out daily first of what you have to do from the time you get up in the morning till the evening.
Right.
Okay. What would you start with your second goal?
Um, my second goal would probably be to um, bring, I don't know, maybe starting my, uh, getting all my info I need for my assignments.
Okay. Okay. And where would you begin?
Um, Probably with the most hardest project, which is the Nanjing massacre guild guy. I'd probably start there and see all the information I can find on him,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then go from there.
Is this assignment with the team or is it individual?
I have one partner.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
it shouldn't
there.
be too difficult.
Well, the guy's guild is hard to find. That's probably the hardest part.
Okay.
Connecting
Okay.
him.
Okay. Do you and your partner have you set up who's going to look for what, and did you do a breakdown with your partner for this assignment of who's going to do what?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, great, great, great. So goal 3. What else?
Goal 3.
Now, remember, everything in this goal journal does not have to revolve around this assignment. This is getting you through the last couple of months of high school. So these are goals for the last couple of high school. So think along those lines. So don't center your goals just based on this next assignment coming up. I want you to base them on, getting through high school and then hopefully transitioning these things once you go off to college as well. Okay. So what would your third goal be?
My third goal would come. What do I do for my third goal? Maybe time management. Maybe
Okay.
when I'm gonna do my research.
Okay.
Or is that the same thing as number 1? Maybe it's. Oh well, no. Okay. Yeah, probably time management. See where I can fit time in to do my homework.
Okay.
hmm
And what is that? What would you do to manage your time? What do you need to do that will help you manage that time is this throughout the day?
what do I do to manage time?
What could you do?
Uh, maybe by following my goals
Okay. Okay.
and managing time. I think.
Okay. Um, Number 4. What else could you list? Remember, it's not going on your assignment. This is life goals as well, future goals setting.
Yeah. My next goal would probably be to look for maybe my interests and some colleges or something. No.
Mm-hmm. Have you spoken to your academic counselor at school about maybe looking into some colleges? Have you
No.
started there yet?
No.
Okay. Okay. So it looks like you have your work cut out for you
I do.
with your research assignment. I hope that really, really goes well for you and your partner. You also have a little homework assignment for me. We at least got how many goals? 1, 2, 3, 4 listed. Did we get 4 listed? Okay, great. We got 4 goals listed for you. You have 6 more to go. Do your best to get those 10 goals, to get at least up to 10 goals, and how you would get started on those goals. Also, remember, I know I can't stress this. These goals are not just for based on how you're going to get this assignment done. These are goals that are going to help you navigate through the rest of your senior year. Also, transition on off to college. These can also be some goals that will help you, you know, discussing stuff with your parents, your academic counselor, just things like that. So I'm hoping that this last week and what we set up for you helped, and I hope that what we're doing right now will help you get through this final school year. And I wish you the very best of luck on this assignment. Like I said, it sounds really, really interesting. And I hope that you and your partner get an A. And please let me know if you come to the conclusion that he was guilty. That's going to be very interesting to see. And I just want you to have a great week, and I will see you on next week for our last and final session. All right?
Okay.
Good to see you, Tyreek. Have a great rest of your day.